I'm live. Look at this. All right. This is going to be really, really fun because I'm just going to roll with this. And we're going to call this Ask Coach Maggie. And I'm going to be coming on live or recorded and answering questions that I commonly get asked. And one of the first questions comes from my Instagram page, in which I love it that this is the first question. Hey, Coach Maggie, how do you define fitness? Because honestly, this is the best place to start, right? And really the question is, how do you define fitness? And it's really the foundation of a course that I teach called Radical Authentic Fitness. And it's how we start every round of the course, because you can't go to your fitness place until you know what fitness means for you. But what I can do is talk to you a little bit about how I think about fitness, and then go from there. So how do I define fitness? Great question. Thank you, Gina, on Instagram. It's a hard question too. And I really don't necessarily love to answer it. Part of the reason is because I don't want anybody to put not only me into a hole as this is what fitness is. I don't want to put themselves into a hole. So when I answer the question, how do I define fitness? I'm actually going to be asking a whole bunch more questions. But for me, I know that I'm fit when my body is available for what I want it to do. My body is available for what I need it to do. And my body is available for enjoying that. So, in a fitness sense, is what I'm eating, how I'm moving, and how I'm thinking, aligning with how I feel. So there's this, I have background noise happening. And I'm wondering if I should pause and start over. Hey, background noise.
Yeah.
Can you stop?
Yeah, sorry.
This is my life. I could pause this video and start over, but honestly, my fitness is my life and I'm living in it all the time. So I think of fitness holistically, is what I think, what I do, and how I feel lining up. So I'm living my most authentic self. And to me, that is true freedom. I'm not held hostage by someone else's definition of what I should be doing, fitness-wise or otherwise, what I should be thinking, or how I should be feeling. And when all of those things align, I come to life. So my big fitness goal for me is always vitality. I have that on the back burner almost at all times. Does this bring me vitality? Whatever choices that I'm making. So what I think, what I believe, and how I feel align. Freedom. Am I free? Am I able to express myself freely? Am I able to be in the world in a way that I have access to my own choices? And like I said in the very beginning, is my body physically available to do what I need it to do? This is like my whole entire philosophy is advocating for people to have that sense of freedom. Now, the challenge comes when we have to ask ourselves to be challenged. And because I'm advocating for that freedom and because I'm advocating for people to feel good, a lot of times that gets twisted into it should always feel good, I shouldn't suffer, or there is some kind of, there's like a hard stop when things get hard. Because I'm the kind of coach that is this working for you? How does that feel? And a lot of times we have to teach ourselves, and I spend a lot of time teaching people the difference between hard, when something is hard, and when something is painful. And then managing ourselves through that genesis, that synthesis, that understanding, and teaching ourselves. And in that way, we get a greater understanding of ourselves. We have a bigger capacity to experience more of life, which is, in my mind, fitness. How much of life can I experience in my body, expressing myself freely, body, mind, spirit? I hesitate to say, it's really spiritual fitness, but I do see it that way. And I see a lot of people's spirit, a lot of who people are, who you are, isn't coming to life because your body isn't fit, or because the way you think your body should be is someone else's idea, or because instead of generating a way in the world that feels good, you are victim, you're martyring yourself, and you believe you should suffer. No, you can do hard things. You have to do hard things. You have to challenge yourself, and you don't have to suffer. You are not a victim. And if you are playing out a martyr role, you're not going to get fit. I'm looking at my notes because I made notes because I wanted to say it all. One of the things that happens, actually, a lot of the time this happens, is we've got this kind of fitness wheel that goes round and round. People get on the fitness train and then they get off. They get on the fitness train and then they get off. So it's not a part of who they are, a part of their life, for many reasons. But a lot of times people don't truly come to fitness until they reach some kind of rock bottom, or they see the rock bottom coming and they've had enough experiences to know that's rock bottom. It's on the way. I need help. Before they get to that place, there's a lot of strategies that people will employ. And sometimes I see those strategies listed as like hacking. People are trying to hack their way out of a certain problem that they're having. But when you're strategizing, that's generally sort of like hitting the top layer of what's happening in the life. I think a lot of diets are strategizing. I don't know what I should eat. I don't know how to eat for my life. I don't know what's happening with my body and how that relates to how I eat. So they strategize by going on a diet. And a diet is, I want to say a diet is a death sentence. It's not. You're not going to die because you go on a diet. Although, there are extreme cases. I'm not talking extreme cases here. I'm talking my general population. So But I want diets to die. I want all of the diets to die. I want that word to die. Diet just means the food that you eat. So dieting is a strategy. It's a hack for looking a certain way or trying to solve a problem without truly diving into our life, how our life works, and what we need to do to live more fully in that life as ourselves. I'm looking at some things here. It's a casual thing, right? Got people in the background. I'm wondering what all these buttons are. This is my first Facebook Live. And exercising it's another word that I actually really struggle with, and I exercise a lot, and I do fitness exercises. But what happens is that we think fitness is a specific thing. Some people think fitness is running. And that's where we get back to the very initial question, right? How do you define fitness? I've had people say to me, fitness is, a certain weight or a specific dress size, or if they're really smart, they'll say, when my cholesterol is whatever they think their cholesterol should be. And then if it's not, exercising can be a strategy for managing some kind of physical symptom. But when we are I look at fitness as a whole, complete system that works for my life so that my body and my mind can come together so that who I am on the inside, can be out in the world doing the work that I'm here to do. That's how I define fitness in 12 minutes and 30 seconds. Okay. Thank you, Gina, for that question. And I appreciate you hanging in there for the rambling answer. That's always going to be how it's going to be with me, because a lot of times when I talk, I come up with more questions than I come up with answers. And that's my hope for you, that you can live into the questions that you ask, go deep, and answer them for yourself. Thank you, Coach Maggie, saying, I should have one of those sign-offs. What would be a good sign-off for me? I'm going to work on that. I'm not going to say anything now because it might not be the right thing. Bye. Bye, friend.